Aaron, Aaroneous. This week was my 2-year anniversary of no drinking. So Aaron always needed to swing on a swing, and Aaron still needs to swing on his swing. Still love to dance. I still love to go to clubs. I'm Peter Pan. You are your own validation shake. I've been feeling really down about other things, about my body. Drinking was attached to that. I liked to go clubbing. I liked to go dancing. You drink when you do that. I'd like to just have a fun time with y'all. I want to play a fun game with y'all. Well, hello everybody. Welcome to Aaroneous Thoughts with me, Aaron, and these are just erroneous thoughts that I have. This is my segment where I just basically talk about things that are going on in my life, things that affected me, things that might be going on in the world, things that might be going on in your life or what's happening around us. But they're just erroneous thoughts, Aaron, erroneous, that I'd like to share with you. And this week was my 2-year anniversary of no drinking or doing anything. And I just kind of wanted to talk about my sobriety with y'all, and I can't believe I'm even saying the words like that. Like, I never thought in my life I would be, I'm sober and my sobriety, and I never liked a word or label, period, so that's just more me. But I'm completely fine with saying that I'm sober, and I'm completely fine saying I'm an alcoholic, but I also don't identify with those things at all, and I don't think that they really make up who I am. But I just wanted to specifically speak about how I am not drinking and how it's going and what I've learned. But before we begin, I just like to give a disclaimer that this is not a how-to segment. I don't think that the way that it helped me or worked for me necessarily is right for you. You're you, I'm me, and I don't want you to feel like that's what I'm going to be talking about today. Just sharing with you my life and some thoughts I'm having, and maybe that'll inspire you, and I love that. But I never want you to feel like I'm telling you how to do something, because there's no way to do something. There's no absolutes in my opinion, so you do what feels right to you. And as well as when I used to watch sobriety things and I was a drinker, I feel like, for lack of a better word, like not included, or like thinking that I was like, oh man, they don't know how to have fun. So if you are a drinker, this isn't to make you feel bad or guilty or any of those kinds of things. I think drinking can be a great thing for some and help people let loose and have a good time. It just isn't for me anymore, and that's where I'm at. So that's just my disclaimer as we go forward. Here's how it's going to work. So it's not too erroneous, so there is some sort of structure for you, for those who like structure. I'm going to give you an erroneous story, just my story of what my journey's been. Talk to you somewhat about guidelines I gave myself, which will probably lead to like what I've learned from this. But let's get going. Let's start this thing. Erroneous thoughts. Here's my erroneous story. So 2 years ago on November 1st, I just remember feeling very exhausted. Nothing has changed in my life in the past few years. And I'm doing the same thing over and over, not really being the best version of myself with my friends. I'm kind of just being more self-centered and selfish. And so I just felt like I needed to recharge. So it just started on November 1st, and I just told my friends, I think, I'm just taking a break. I don't feel like doing anything but just being with myself. When I was little, my friends would come over, and I had a swing set in my backyard, and after a few hours of playing with my friends, I would just stop, and I would also just go swing on my swing set that I had in the backyard. My friends would be like, asking mom, like, what's going on? Is Aaron okay? And my mom just always said, like, yes, Aaron just needs to swing on a swing, and then he'll come back and play. So Aaron always needed to swing on a swing, and Aaron still needs to swing on his swing from time to time. I just told my friends I was swinging on my swing, and I just needed a moment, just taking a step back from the activities I was doing. I'm just gonna take a break from drinking and my activities. In doing that for a month, and that's all I gave myself, just a month for some little bit of change, and you can drink afterwards, Aaron. And then after the month, I just remember feeling so much better and feeling, I can't even explain it really, just like this kind of something feels different. I don't know how to go forward now. Like, I don't know how to take from just being inside my house, taking that into the world. So I remember just telling my friends, I think I'm still gonna not drink. I can still have fun. I still want to go do all the fun things, but I just don't think I'm going to drink anymore. Everyone was very supportive. Everyone was a great friend. No one was like, ew, what? Ugh. But it did change kind of how I think I interacted with the world, in the way of just some boundaries I had to put up. And so I did lose some friends throughout it, but never any kind of ill will, in my opinion. Just people change and go different ways. And I was okay with that, because I was really just on this newfound journey within myself. Throughout the time that I've spent, on this no drinking journey, so I gave myself the permission to drink. I think I really am a rule breaker, and I like to break rules. I gave myself guidelines. And so when I'd go out, because I still love to dance, I still love to go to clubs, I love to go to concerts and festivals, I love to go to parties, I told myself, give yourself an hour, you're going to take an hour at this thing. And if after an hour you still want to drink, you're allowed to drink, but also the permission not to drink. Because sometimes it's just the not peer pressure, like they're pushing you, but like your own feeling of peer pressure. And it's like, no, you don't have to. You don't have to. Give yourself an hour and see how you feel. The first hour was always like, I don't know what to do. So I would get like an energy drink or have a Sprite in my hand. Just something that seemed like I was doing the thing with everyone else, because part of it was like the social anxiety of everyone else's. And I want to be part of it because I'm a social butterfly. And then after an hour, almost every time, well, every time, I never wanted to. But I gave myself the permission every time. And within that first year, I was going out. I went to a music festival, 3-day music festival in San Francisco, all by myself. I went to Pride. Throughout the year, I still did a lot of the things, went clubbing, went dancing, and I just allowed myself that permission. And so that's kind of how I've lived my life, and I just haven't wanted to do it again. I like where I'm at. I like the change that's come into my life. I feel more centered now. When I run into people who I haven't seen in a long time, they told me that like something just seems different about you. What is it? Like, and they don't know. They don't know. I haven't told many people about it. They had no idea. They just like, you just feel like you're more centered or more in your light. I don't know. I'm a firm believer in that you are your own validation shake. And then everyone else's compliments is just whipped cream and cherries on top. So I never want anyone to validate me, but it felt good, and whipped cream is always nice. It just felt nice that people were recognizing it without knowing what was going on. So all of these things together just have kind of helped me. And that's why I say I don't necessarily recommend the way I've done it. I've never been to an AA meeting, and I'm down to go to one. I've just never felt the need to go. I just never felt I was in distress or worry. I just wanted change. And I know that in order to change, something has to change. I haven't felt any kind of desire to really do it, but I still am doing all the things that I typically used to do. So that's kind of like just my journey. That's my erroneous story about it. And I know it's personal to me and it's not for everybody, and I completely understand that. It's just what's helped me and what's gotten me through it. It's been 2 years, and I have buzzed my head to remind myself that like I've been feeling really down about other things, about my body and like eating habits, and I just wanted to have something that was like a reminder of the consistency that I've done, that I'm capable of change. And I just felt like buzzing my head was like a fresh start to remind myself that 2 years ago you made this change, and who knows where it's going to lead you. Be gracious with ourselves. We're going to give ourselves forgiveness. We're going to love ourselves. And that's what I see when I see this buzzed head, is to remind myself of that I love myself. I'm capable of change. I can do hard things, and the day in, day out is possible. And I'm going to give myself grace. So let's talk about what I've learned. What I've learned about myself, or the reasons why I was drinking. I'm Peter Pan. I'm still Peter Pan. I'll always be Peter Pan. It's just, I'll be a 70-year-old Peter Pan. And what does Peter Pan not want to do? Grow up. I don't want to follow the social norms or the way that everyone's told us that we have to live our life. I've never wanted to like necessarily get married or have children, or I love children and I love that for other people, but just for me, I've just always wanted to kind of fly free. I learned, or I taught myself, I should say, drinking was attached to that. I liked to go clubbing. I liked to go dancing. You drink when you do that. I love parties. People drink when they do that. Concerts, people drink when they do that. And all this equated to like being young or young at heart to me. I didn't really see that at the time. I'm just saying what I've learned. And I have learned that it's okay. My base level, my sober, is someone else's tipsy or someone else's drunk. They're not trying, I don't want to say like you're trying to get to me, you're trying to be at my level. But the people want to live kind of how I actually live my life, with the permission to be free and to be weird and silly and dance crazy. People sometimes just need that one drink or two, and I understand that fully. That's not a judgment. But I learned that I don't need that. I can be where I'm at, and others can still drink around me. And I love that. I love to see drunk people and tipsy people having fun and being free, but I am enough. I have really learned deep layers of I am enough through this process. There's a part of drinking for me that just, or getting drunk, I should say getting drunk more than drinking. That was like, you're not enough. You're not enough. You don't have the courage to do certain things, to be that like fun Aaron. Everyone just loves fun Aaron. I thought I needed the drink, but really I am enough. And I can still be Peter Pan without the drink. And I can still be Peter Pan in my day-to-day life. And it's quite all right that I don't want to grow up, as long as I'm still learning, allowing myself to get older, giving myself the grace, but I can still live like Peter Pan, flying about, being free. And and enjoying and loving life as I am enough. I am the fairy dust. And there was also a part, when you're being in social settings that you feel, oh, people are watching, or they need me to do the shot with them, or they need me to do this and da da da. And I've learned a lot. There's this show Schitt's Creek, and Alexis says to her brother David when he's really nervous about taking the driver's test that nobody cares, David. Nobody cares. And he's like, no, people do care. Da, da, da. No, nobody cares as much as you care about this thing. Everyone else is the main character in their own story, and they're not worried about what you're doing. And I'm telling you, they're not. Nobody cares as much as you care about what's happening in your life. And if they do care in a judgmental way, like, who cares about them, right? So that is really something that I've learned, is that the pressure that I'm putting on myself from others, they're probably not even doing it. It's just me doing it to myself. So yeah, I'm Peter Pan, I am enough, and nobody cares. So to end the video, you let me know down below your sober journey if you're going through one, or what your relationship with alcohol is, or whatever you're going through. Maybe you just in the comments you tell me what you'd like me to talk about. This is not the only subject I want to talk about. There's a lot more coming your way. I hope you enjoyed this, and this Aaroneous will remain thoughtful with you. Have a beautiful day.